It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kindra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, it's the Brian and Kindra Show. I think Brian is here, except that he messed up our Facebook Live again. I think he just likes for me to have to start us. He's over there like, yep, that's it. I want her to have to start us. So here I am. I'm starting us. So let me tell you a little story about Brian Cook. So yesterday we went to this land. So Brian's got a land listing coming up. So if you have got, how many acres is it? It's a bunch of acres. So if you want a bunch of acres, be watching us for the next couple of weeks. So October 1st, I think we're going to go live sometime around then. Yep. I just put you on the spot. Now you've got a deadline. Get on it. Okay, so we went out to this land, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But we took, what's that thing called that we took?
It's like a UTV.
It's a UTV. Okay, so it's like a razor kind of a thing or whatever, I don't know. Different. Yeah. Okay, so we're out there.
Vehicle.
So we're out there in this off-road vehicle, and so we had your niece Daisy,
yes,
who was super fun.
Yep.
And then we had your daughter Cecily. How old is Cecily?
10.
Okay, I don't know why I can't remember that. Okay, so Cecily, we went through a particularly rough patch that was kind of exciting.
Yes.
I think you panicked a little bit.
I might
actually.
have. I was like, I've only rolled one of those.
So we go through this little rough patch, and then all of a sudden, like, things are going pretty cool now. And Cecily's like, "We're gonna tip." That's what I thought she said. "We're gonna tip. We're gonna tip." And I'm like, "What in the world is going on with this girl?" And finally, like, I turn around, and the whole back, what is that? Like a tailgate
There's
of
like
this
a dump
thing?
bed on it. It was all the way up.
Like all the way up. I don't know what you did, but it's the funniest dang
awesome.
thing. I keep laughing about it. I'm like, why is this so funny? I have no idea why it's so funny, but it really seriously had me cracked up in a big way.
Great times.
So great times. Okay, so lots of acres. That's going to be in Woodward County.
Yep.
And it is beautiful. So many home sites. I mean, I picked out where I'd build my home.
Lots of them.
I'd never come to work.
Only one, but I mean, yeah.
I would never come
lots
to
of
work.
options.
And like, okay,
so if
for
you
all
lived
those
in a
people,
camper, you could
can I say it? Those people that, all y'all that want to pee off your back porch and not see
this
anybody,
is it.
I found you the spot.
That's right.
Totally found you the spot.
I was trying to figure out how far you could see, so I was standing on the high point of the property, and we would just look out. And I found landmarks over 20 miles away, which that doesn't seem like a long ways. I mean, if you're Woodward, you can see Moreland, that's 10 miles, but 20 miles, I could identify landmarks at 20. So I don't know, we could see maybe, I don't know, it's long stinking ways. So
okay, so that
cool.
was super duper fun.
Running water, springs on the property.
Here's my favorite part. I said, "Hey, thanks for letting me leave the office early," and you went, "You only left an hour early and you didn't take lunch."
So.
It was awesome. I loved it. Okay, so that was super fun.
Yes.
What else is super fun? Do you have anything else over there?
I have some numbers. Are they super fun?
You know, I'm not even going to answer that.
Okay. I like numbers like this. Because in Woodward, our statistics, the market is getting better. So we have 88 listings. So the market, we've had 88 for 4 weeks in a row.
What?
I know. And then we have 2 new listings, which isn't very many for a week. That's 7 days. There's 34 total pending, which is very close to what it's been in the last 4 or 5 weeks. In 730 Woodward is 20, which is close to the same last 4 weeks. Everything's really about the same until we get to here. On this last 7 days, we've closed 10 transactions.
I know this, and you know why I know this?
Because they're all ours.
Well,
cool.
So I had to had some family things come up, and so I had to be out of the office Thursday and Friday. And you had 4 closings scheduled, is that right?
Yeah, 4 on Friday.
Did I make that up? I think you had 4 closings scheduled on Friday. So I come back on Monday, and I had seen all the emails and stuff. But on Monday, I'm like, oh my gosh, you put 6 under contract. Okay.
It was a crazy weekend.
It'll be fine, Kindra.
Yes.
You'll get caught up next year.
Yes. So what's fun is so we do tracking. We talked about measuring and goals and stuff last year. Mm-hmm. And so this year we thought, man, it's kind of a weird start.
I'm excited about what you're about to say.
And I lowered our goal, which is kind of dumb because I want realistic goals. So
Can we just say the numbers?
80. We was going to say we're going to
80
do 80 people. We're going to do 80 transaction sites.
So that could like 40 buyers, 40 sellers,
Right.
or 60 and 20. But
Right.
we wanted to touch 80 people.
Right. So if we close everything we just put under contract this week, we will touch 100.
Which is super exciting because that's been our, when the first time I worked for you, that was what we met. And so we made it our goal for the next year.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. So, man, that's exciting.
It's crazy. So, yeah, we're still moving property. So we have a bunch of closings. We had several today. So 2 today. Neither of them were on the market. Sold them before they hit the market.
That's right.
But here's a fun number, which is confusing. If you don't understand it, call me. I'll love to explain it to you. But we have months
and after you talk to him, call me and I'll fix it.
So months of housing supply. We have 5.87 months of housing supply, which is the best I've seen since April.
That's awesome.
So since COVID,
I was going to say, that's
5.87.
exactly when that's since. How
Yep.
funny is that?
So our market's picked up, which just means we have almost less than 6 months of inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get down at 4, that becomes your supply and demand becomes, you have more demand and less supply. So then actually the house of prices starts going up because you can't find houses.
Okay, so I wanted to say something.
Okay.
Because this gets super confusing. Yeah, that's right. Just throw those away. They don't mean anything. Okay, so that's a general number because that takes into account what price ranges.
I did the entire 7301 Woodward.
Okay.
0 to $1 billion.
Okay, so here's what's tricky. And this is where you... Okay, my turn.
Houses.
Okay, thank you. You're
Single family dwelling.
Mm-hmm. He's going to keep on. Okay, I'm not going to work tomorrow. Okay, so here's the deal. Different pockets, so different price ranges within what you just said are going to have different days on market. And so inventory maybe for the 200 to 400,000 might be totally different than less than 100,000. So whenever we say these numbers, if they're panicky or not panicky, either way, don't forget, whenever we look at your house, we're going to be very specific, and we're going to pay attention to the numbers that are going to be more accurate for you, not the general market.
Correct.
Right? Did I say it?
Yep.
Did I say it right?
Right. So again, like a 4-bedroom house is pretty popular. So if you have a 4-bedroom house in about any price range, they should be showing well right now. So, and then country properties, again, like there's not very many country properties out there that are for sale. We've got a couple.
Like, okay, we have one. It's my favorite stinking location. Like, favorite location ever. It's just a few miles east of Woodward. And it's like you don't know what's back there. Like, so you have to be intentional when you're driving there. I stinking love that location. I love it.
Awesome.
It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2 living rooms, formal dining room.
Yeah.
The laundry room is ginormous. It is ginormous. I don't even want to call it a laundry room.
You could, in that second bedroom, the last couple I showed it to, who closed on their house today, the other one they bought, they were going to convert the big bedroom, the second living room, into a master suite.
Yes, absolutely.
Which would be simple to do.
It would be, because there's already a half bath right there off of that. Man, I love it so much.
Pretty cool.
So we need
cool. Somebody needs to buy that today.
Yes,
Just call me. I'm free from 6 to about 8.
You have a 6:15. So
So
he'll
I'm
be
busy.
free from about 6:45 to 8.
So, there you go.
Okay. All right. So I'm super excited about today. You want to take a quick break so we can get back at
Let's
it?
do it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trencing, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward. Call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
On Point Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call On Point Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh
and Jackie Jones
with Woodward County Abstract, Dewey County Abstract, and Fairview Abstract. I would like to thank everyone in Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for choosing us for their real estate title and closing needs this past year. We will be offering new services in 2020, including bilingual closings, internet closings, and digital abstracting.
We look forward to making real estate closings faster, simpler, and more efficient for you in the future.
We want to thank you for your continued support and business.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the mortgage department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender, NMLS 677297, phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
Hey, we're back.
Yes, we are. Okay, the Brian and Kindra Show.
Yes.
Hey, we forgot to say earlier who we are.
did.
Why do we even do this for?
Because we love real estate and you like to talk.
All right, nothing like getting called out on the air. Okay, so Brian Cook, Kendra Cox, we are with Keller Williams Realty Elite, and we wanted to do this program so that we could share some real estate tips and tricks.
Yes.
What are you doing? Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Stop.
Let's talk about age real
now.
quick.
You
Guess
talk
what
about how
tomorrow
good
is?
some people look for their age. Is that what you wanted to go with?
Tomorrow is my 25th graduating, whatever you call it, reunion.
Oh, is it really?
High school, yeah.
Oh, you haven't mentioned that. Are you going?
I'm going to be in Oklahoma City probably.
What are you going to be doing?
Shopping for countertops.
Yeah.
And some cabinet stuff.
Anything else?
Probably eating.
Oh, that's nice. Can I meet y'all for lunch?
Maybe meeting with our... Probably meeting with Jennifer at the KW headquarters in Oklahoma City. Discussing some, I don't know, new cool technology stuff.
I've been thinking about this. If I were to get a new Jeep, I think I would keep the exact same name for my second Jeep. It would actually be my third Jeep, but I didn't start naming my Jeeps until my current Jeep. I'm going to call it Birdie 2.
What's the deal with how many do you name
And Birdie
your
is spelled
vehicles?
Bertie. Branson, do you have a vehicle name?
Honestly, yes, I do.
Yes, what is it?
My truck,
Yeah.
her name is Jamandra James, and my car's name is Lucille Goodman.
Wow.
Okay.
Mine's
They
Tundra
have to have
because
a
it
last
says it
name,
right
too.
on there.
I'm absolutely tongue-tied because you have first name, last name.
Yeah.
Like my Jeep just has first name Birdie.
I was gonna.
Bertie, not Birdie, which is confusing if you finish what you're going to do tomorrow.
Oh, we might be looking at a Jeep.
Oh, what color?
Yellow.
Oh my gosh.
As bright
so
as it
much
can
fun.
get. So
Yes.
yes, this whole naming vehicle
Sunshine.
thing.
I know, it's so weird that
My
you don't
daughter
name
names
yours.
all hers.
She should.
And the great, let's see, my brother names his a Hazelton or something crazy. I don't know. I don't know, Mr. something or other. I don't know. They're hilarious.
All right, well, you've got a full day planned tomorrow. I've got a lot of family things tomorrow.
And we're going to be racing around the country tomorrow.
Yes.
So we got appointments. We're looking at a couple of cool, nice, big houses tomorrow that we're going to be hopefully putting on the market.
I'm sorry I
You're
have
gonna
to be
miss it.
gone.
Darn
I am
it.
going to miss it. But that's okay. I need
That's right.
to do what I'm doing.
That's
so.
why we got team.
Yeah,
We got
team.
lots of people that can cover everybody.
All right, so I'm excited. Let's do this.
What are we calling this?
We're calling it the Undesirables. Okay, so Gary Whitcomb, an agent in our office, I want to say Gary Whitcomb is one of my favorites, but I don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt. But I stinking love Gary Whitcomb. Like, he is awesome, and he has a million times pulled me aside and schooled me, and I just, man, I appreciate the heck out of him because he has so much wisdom. So every once in a while, he'll shoot me an email with an idea for the show. And so yesterday I was like, we're doing one of Gary's ideas. I'm super excited about this. So it actually was 7 undesirable home decor features that put off home buyers or something, but we're just going to call it the undesirables, and we've added to it. So number 1 undesirable is clutter.
Clutter.
Brian doesn't know how to read this terrible
I
printout.
have it in wrong
It's right
order
there.
here.
It says
I do, but I had the
CLUTTER,
wrong-
clutter. All right,
I was on
so
page 3 or
buyers are put off by clutter. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so Clutter King, which would be me, I just
can't
stuff.
say a word.
It just collects around me.
I think it's because, like, we are always running around. Like, today I walked in my office and I'm like, I cannot do another thing until I tidy up a bit.
I had a vacuum,
It still looks terrible.
a drone, and an air compressor. and drills and a cutoff tool in my office.
And usually you have that sewer cleanout machine in there too.
Not in the office.
You got some kind of a weird box thing.
Oh, I do have another one. It's like a sink clean out thing.
Oh, see, I don't know things. Okay.
So,
You'd
yeah.
think I would know, but I don't. Okay,
But yeah, it's
so
crazy. So
clutter.
it just comes in around me. I know my wife. Oh golly, she could talk the rest of the hour about my clutter. But
We'll catch her later. But here's the
what's
deal.
the dude on the peanuts that goes around and just like
Yes.
whatever? That's me.
Linus?
I don't know. But
Not
that's me.
so
So
sure.
clutter
Okay.
in your house is very hard. Like my wife is
It
very
is tough. It's-
particular. You know, I have a little my spot. I come in, drop my keys, wallet, phone, whatever else goes in this little 3x3 square.
Right.
If it goes outside the square, I get in trouble. Type deal. But it's just good because I have to have limitations. Because if not,
Yes.
my house.
gotta have some boundaries.
Oh my gosh. So
All right. So, but from a buyer perspective, what happens is you go in and you see the clutter and you get distracted by all the things. And so, and that's why we do this home ready program that we have.
Yes.
That actually some agents charge for this, but we think it's so awesome that you just pay for it and I can send it out to all of our selling,
Yes.
to all of our listers.
Yep.
And so, I mean, it kind of just tells you want to simplify everything and your countertops need to be cleaned off. And even decoration sometimes begins to look like clutter.
yes.
And you have said that before. You walked into a house one time, you came back and you said, that house was so pretty, I think. I'm not really sure. She was a
distracted.
great, you kept saying, she's a great decorator. I'm not really sure what the house looked like. That's unusual for you, very unusual for us as a team because we know to look for cracks and we look for the peeling paint and we ask about the roof and we know what we're doing.
Right.
But sometimes even with us, if decoration is too much, then we struggle with seeing that. It clutters up our brain and it's hard for us to see what we to know what we saw.
Right.
So clutter, keep it clean, keep it tidy. Try not to have too much clutter. Okay, and so this cracks me up because on this picture, on this article, I swear they have like a pudding cup in the middle of all of their art supplies.
Did you shuffle my
What
pages?
is that? No, you did it to
Oh, yeah,
yourself
that it
because
is.
you're trying to be all funny a minute ago.
Talk about somebody's
Okay.
birthday.
What? People don't have birthdays. Okay, so next up, number 2 is what?
Dampen mold, which this must be they don't know how to spell.
Oh.
Okay, so dampen mold. So in like basements are a big thing because they
Yes.
always smell musty. So you need to make circulating air, put a dehumidifier in there, do something. You got to keep that airflow moving to keep that dampness from smelling. Because when people smell damp, they're like, "Oh, mold, red flag." It's usually not that.
Right. I think bathrooms too. Mold, mildew.
Yes.
We don't say mold if we can avoid it in this
I'm
business.
not a professional mold guy, so I don't know.
You're not. You don't know. Okay, but I mean, for real, especially in the older homes that don't have
The vent fans?
Yes, thank you. The words were not coming to me. I mean, a lot of times we would go in and those kind of have a mildewy smell. So I mean, it's important to keep things fresh and aired out. And all right, number 3, dark rooms, and I don't think this means like where you develop your film.
No. Yeah, it's with the new LED lights and the different wattage, colors of fluorescence. I mean, LEDs you can get. Like you
I'm
get
sorry, I
the
was not following you. I'm
2,000
with you now.
to 5,000 K lighting.
Right.
So in the office, I bought when I turn the lights on, I want it to be like I'm standing under the sun.
Yes, because I love the sunshine.
So I want it to be bright. So
It's not really about me.
when you go into houses and they have one dim bulb in their 4 ceiling fan light, and you change your light bulbs.
It does make a big difference. And one of the houses that we have listed, it's a big, beautiful home. And that was one of the things that the seller did immediately when we were going through the house. He said, "Hey, I know these got these horrible yellow bulbs. I'm going to change all of these out before you list it." And he did, and it made a huge difference.
It
Because bright is inviting, and again, because it's hard to see whenever it's kind of dim and dull. And
That's right. You want excitement, big. Someone was showing your house. So we have some great sellers that are very overly cautious of their house. I don't know how to say it right, but they'll go in and turn all the lights on. I'm talking about the one on Red Cedar. She's
very
fantastic.
courteous. We love it.
Opens all the blinds, the shades, all the lights are on. Lights the candles. Turns. I mean, you walk in and it's like full tilt, bright and shiny, and it lets all the light in, and so. That's a great way when you're showing your house. Let all the light
Absolutely.
in. Open the curtains.
Right. And no, we try to do that too. I'm
Yes.
going to do a little disclaimer because I don't want for buyers and sellers to think we don't do that. We do, but a lot of
Yes.
times on those initial showings, we're running people through 6, 8 houses, 15 minutes each. And it's hard to get all of that done. So if you as a seller are able to, and we know we make some short notice appointments too, but if you as a seller are able to do that, it makes a huge difference. One of the things that this article notes is to put a mirror in the darkest corner of the room to reflect the light. Look at this picture. I wish you guys could see this. There's this picture, and the mirror has like this reflection. I don't know if I can get it up there for Facebook Live to see. There's like this reflection of this photo of camels, but it's the back side of the camels, and I don't understand.
Yes.
That might be some of the we're going to talk about that in just a minute when we get to number 7. All right, so next up are cracks. That's ironic.
That's ironic.
All right, so every time, so yesterday we showed a house, and while we were there, there's a huge crack that goes clear across the living room.
Yes.
I don't think it's structural. I really don't. I think it's an older home. I think it's older sheetrock. It's probably a mud line or tape line. I always say that
Or
backwards.
they crawl through the attic and
They,
whatever. Yeah.
So it's not always structural, but it alarms fires, and so we think it's important for you to just kind of pay attention if it's something that you can correct. I mean, if you're able to go in and patch it and make it look nice again, do. We don't want you to hide defects. If you have a structural problem, we want you to fix the structural problem and disclose it. But if you're able to fix those little, I don't know, the not pretty things, you
Right.
should. It makes it better, and it helps.
Especially
to not
outside
distract
on the
buyer.
brick cracks. It happens.
Right.
They make a grout caulk. You can caulk
Uh-huh.
them seams. It helps penetration of water anyway. You should do
Right.
that anyway, but it sure takes the highlight off of those defects. Your inspector's going to find them, but it's that they've been maintained.
Absolutely. All right.
You missed number 4.
Did I miss one?
Yeah,
no
the-
curb appeal.
The camel cracks
KERB.
got us. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Curb appeal is a big deal. When you pull up to the house, like we have a house that's the paint just doesn't quite match, and
Yes.
I was like, I had a customer. I was going through all the listings and saying, "Hey, this one fits everything on your list. Why haven't you looked at it?" He goes,
It's orange.
"It's orange. I hate the outside of the house." I'm like, "Get in the truck."
Yep.
And we went out and looked at it, and they fell in love with the house. The house was a lot of what they wanted. They were super shocked once we walked in the front door.
Because it's gorgeous inside.
Yeah, it took us,
Woo.
but yeah, getting it painted.
Yeah, you are.
And so curb appeal is a big deal.
It
Plant
is.
some shrubs, get some flowers planted.
Mm-hmm.
There's professional people in town that'll come help you if you're like me and don't know, and you're just like, I don't know, put a plant there. Yeah, like my office. Our last office had 2 pots
Yeah.
with plants in them that were dead, and they sit out front for 10 years. And every now and then, somebody would be like, "Hey, I'm going to go plant something out there," and like 3 weeks later, they're dead.
That's fine. You water them.
Yeah, it was funny. So now we have really nice, decent landscaping. I guess that's nice. I don't know. And then we have our 2 pots with dying plants. in them.
I think somebody threw away that tree today.
I did.
You did.
I did. I was like, why do we have a dead tree in this pot? This is awesome.
All right, so find yourself a lawn guy and
Yes.
get some curb appeal. Okay, so that moves right into number 6.
It
It
should be
says,
Cecily's job to water those every day when she gets
"Oh,
out of
it
school.
should. That'd be wonderful."
Cecily.
All right, so that moves right into, since I skipped it a minute ago, to overgrown garden. So with your curb appeal, you need to keep everything nice and trimmed, but you don't want it to get too crazy either.
Yep.
I really feel like that could have just been one thing.
It could have been. 'Cause,
Okay, I've been wanting to
well,
say
it goes
this
back
word
to
all day.
we sold a house that the backyard was massively overgrown. They hired somebody to come in and clean it all up, and it still had a ton of landscaping back there. Just
It does, and it's beautiful, but whew, to some of us
Man,
it's overwhelming.
it's overwhelming. I feel like they did a great job getting it, and they've had some stuff to the last couple of years that's kept them from
Right,
doing it. It happens.
it does happen.
And then sometimes when you live there, you just get used to it. Like, yeah, I got my walking path. Just kick that limb out of the way and keep going. Or my fence fell down, which I've had that before.
Mm-hmm.
Just get used to it. Prop it up. No, you need to tame them all down. Tame
Yep.
that stuff down.
You want to do a super quick sponsor
Yep,
break?
let's do it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Homeowners and business owners, do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites, which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861.
Okay, we're back, and we were talking about the undesirables, the things that turn off a buyer. And so, one of the things that we're looking at are garish decoration. I just wanted to say that word because it's not really one I use every day. Okay, so really loud, really bright. So I like bright colors. Mm-hmm. And actually, my house is relatively tame for as bright as I like for things to be. But you're grinning. You don't know.
I don't.
All right, so you need to kind of tame things down a little bit if you're like me and you like things to be a little bit bright and bold.
Paint it all blue.
Yellow doors. I don't know about that, but you might need to tame it down a little bit before you list your property if you're a little crazy.
Reminds me of my house on Wilshire that I had that we painted the walls Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the other bedroom was teal and purple. Were we insane?
Yes.
Yes, we were insane.
All right, last up, and this one
Number
is
8.
not what it looks like. This is how it smells.
Yes.
Odors are a big deal, and sometimes they're odors that sometimes they're scents. Sometimes it's something that you like, that you find really attractive, and you really
like bacon.
Like bacon, yes. But and I, honestly, I don't know if I can argue with that. But I mean, a lot of times. So we cook dinner, and Branson, you want to tell us what we don't want?
We don't want to smell like onion.
No.
So if you're cooking, your wife is cooking enchiladas. I'm coming over for dinner when we're finished. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I hope that's all right, Miss Brewer. All right. So here's the thing. I mean, if you're a cook, I'm not, but I know that those times I do cook, the house smells funny, and that smells good for a minute. But really, I mean, you want to be careful with that and kind of tone it down. I hate to say this. Please don't lynch me, but sometimes the essential oils are so strong in a home that it's distracting too, and it's difficult for some of our buyers. So you want to really be careful with your odors. Pet odors, obviously, that's very negative, and that's when nobody is like, "Ooh, I like a good pet odor." No, so you want to be careful. The Teddy Roosevelts, we want to be careful with that. Was there another one?
That's the main thing. The food and the food is a big deal. So if you're, I don't know, it's just.
There's a house that we know of that had a very particular food odor every time, and it wasn't dirty. It was just an unusual food odor for our area, and it was a distractor, and it was difficult to sell. So you want to be careful.
Yep.
All right.
So
what else?
We want to thank all our sponsors. We love the show. We like having the opportunity to educate others, and so just real quick, JCP, termite guy. Comfort Zone, I talked to them today about heat and air system they're putting in and checking another one for me. Modern Appliance, where I got all my appliances. Bank 7, they're taking care of another customer of ours today.
They are. They've already helped her out.
Fantastic. On Point Land Surveying, finding all our points and lines. Sherwin-Williams Paint, APC. he's got something new coming down the pipe. I'm not sure what it is,
Awesome.
but he keeps taunting me, teasing me with something, and I'm like, well,
Good.
what are you
Can't wait to
doing?
find
So it's kind of exciting. And the Woodward County Abstract, which I spent the first 2 hours of my day there today, and my whole day on Friday.
That's right. So we really appreciate you guys listening to us. You can catch me at 580-216-0090.
And me at 580-334-2303 or online at thebrianandkindrashow.com.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.